Yo, hello, we're back with episode 7 of My Friend's Little Sister Has It In For Me, and it was a banger, so if you didn't watch it yet, make sure to go check it out. So it turns out that I actually got some things mixed up in the last video. At the end of the last episode, I was under the impression that Mashiro confessed her love to Oboshi from her novelist account, because we found out that she's actually the secret novelist in Floor 05th's team that kept refusing to meet up in person. But it turns out that she actually confessed from her real account, so now everything is super awkward between them, you know. And before we actually get into that, let me just talk for a second about the start of this episode. So this whole entire scene felt like a dream, and I was right. It was indeed a dream, fortunately. But dream or not, I want you to keep in mind that these guys are literally cousins, alright? Oboshi wakes up with Iroha in his face and doesn't care about the dream as he cares about Iroha breaking into his apartment. And bro, there's a few red flags in this episode, I'm not gonna lie. The first red flag is that he doesn't feel disturbed by the dream at all. And in case you forgot, let me remind you once again, Oboshi and Mashiro are cousins. Not only that, but he's genuinely thinking how to give a response to Mashiro, and I hope he's going to give her a negative response, because besides the fact they're cousins, he promised his uncle he wouldn't actually date her for real, which again feels really weird. Like, do you even have to make these kind of promises nowadays? I mean bro, this is literally called incest. I might have missed it, but I'm pretty sure they are related by blood, so they're not like step cousins or anything. And I know you guys are gonna say something like, bro, it's just an anime, it's not that deep. But yeah man, this whole thing going on right now, anime or not bro, is low-key fucked up if you ask me, alright? Like, I'm not even sure how to think about it, but anyways, enough of that, let's actually get into the rest of the episode. So another thing I want to talk about is the way Mashiro acts at school now. Like, she's being completely cold to Oboshi in person, but she texts him normally in a very cute way. So she's literally living a double life with multiple personalities at the same time. Iroha also gets really pissed off because Oboshi says that Mashiro is the first girl that's ever confessed to him, even though Iroha says she loves him in almost every single episode. But Oboshi is under the impression that she's saying it only to tease him, which is completely valid. So in my opinion, Iroha is in the wrong here for getting mad, but I can't blame her either. She is a girl after all, so they overthink everything way more than boys do. So again, I don't blame her for crashing out on Oboshi. And a comical aspect I enjoyed this episode is that the teacher actually finishes her work before the deadline, and we know she never does that. So now Oboshi is just extremely confused because everyone is acting weird. Mashiro is being cold in person but nice in messages. Iroha crashed out on him, and the teacher met her deadline. The episode ends all of a sudden with Oboshi being confused as hell, and honestly that's fair. I mean, what else could you be but confused in a situation like this? But yeah man, I'm really curious to see how Oboshi is gonna manage to turn things around and make up with Iroha. And not only that, but I'm looking forward to seeing his response to Mashiro. And man, I hope it's not a positive one. Anyways, this was pretty much it for today. Overall, I've enjoyed this episode. You know, I love me a good romance and a good comedy, but I don't know about incest. I'm not sure how to feel about that, honestly. Make sure to comment what you thought about the episode. Do you think Oboshi should reject Mashiro? Should he go for Iroha instead? Me personally, I'm definitely rooting for Iroha, so let me know what you think. I want to wish you all a good rest of the day or night, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.